What is up, flippers? Welcome to a very special video because today I will be reviewing the Zipper by Zippy Balisong. As far as I'm aware, no one has uploaded a review on this thing yet, so I will do my best here to tell you all the reasons why I love this thing and why I think it is 100% worth the money. So let's get right into it. Alright, before we get into the Zipper review, I know that I have a lot of Balisongs that I still need to do reviews for. Definitely let me know which ones out of those you would like to see reviews for, so I can make sure I'm doing my best to get them out. But yeah, I decided to do the Zipper review here today because the drop 2 is tomorrow, Tuesday, March 22nd at 11 a.m. So yeah, I know there's a lot of people who probably are curious about this thing, and yeah, drop 2 is gonna have, I believe, 36 or 39 total Balisongs. So if you think it is for you, make sure you hop on it ASAP, because these things are awesome, and I hope a lot of people get a chance to get their hands on it. So yeah, let's get right into the review. So there's definitely a big trend in the Balisong community we're seeing right now, with a lot of plastic or 3D printed Balisongs that to me aren't really that special from, say, like a Squiddy. But the first picture I ever saw of the Zipper here was I believe on Reddit. But it was a picture without the top handles were removed, so you could see the weight system down here, you could see the pivot system, you could see the zipper design, and it just looked absolutely crazy. So I went to the website, read about the features, and yeah, I knew I had to pick one up. But yeah, usually when people just take one look at this thing, see that it's plastic, and then here see that it's $100, they're like, what? Anyone who pays that much for a plastic Balisong is crazy. But if you look into it a little bit more, this thing has a lot to offer. The number one thing being the pivot system. It runs on bearings, but it runs on race washers, which makes a very smooth flipping experience. It does not feel the bearings on race washers do not feel just crazy out of control like the Lucha here. And maybe it is the weight that has something to do with it. Maybe the weight of the Lucha makes the bearings just fly around like crazy. But the bearings on here are just on regular washers, where these are on race washers, which I think makes a huge difference. And you definitely feel it when you're flipping this thing. So that is one of the biggest reasons why I really enjoy flipping this thing. But the other thing that really sold me on the Zipper here was the weight system. It has at least 5 different weight configurations that change up the balance and allow you to practice flipping with different biases and balances, you know, from handle bias to blade bias to neutral. And it's really cool, really easy to switch out the weights and just flip it around and yeah, compare the differences. The next thing that just sold me on the Zipper when I was looking at it and just made me know that I needed one was the personality in this thing. From the colors that you can pick, you can mix and match the handles. It has this really cool zipper Chanwich design right here. Yeah, but aside from the colors, just the overall design and the look of the Balisong, you could really tell that the creator really put some love and care when into this design, and I absolutely love that. It absolutely shows when you're flipping as well. This thing just is so fun to flip. It's so light. I can just flip it all day, every day, which I pretty much do. That was something that I wasn't sure that I was gonna like originally, but over time, after flipping this for so long, I really do enjoy how light this is and how easy it is to just flip this in the background. while you're doing work or you're doing homework, and you can just kind of flip this without even thinking about it. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot to mention, with this thing being plastic and lightweight, it actually makes it perfect to learn new tricks on. I've been learning the shortstop here. As you can see, was making some good progress. Let's see if I can get a good one right here. That was kind of it. But yeah, with how light this is, it just makes it perfect to learn new tricks on, because you don't have to. It takes less effort to try to get your fingers to do what they need to do in order to get the trick down. Also, you're not throwing it all over the place whenever you get the trick wrong, like with this shortstop. If I mess it up, it's highly likely that it's going to go flying out of my hands. And with the plastic balisong, I can throw this all over the place and not worry about the balisong getting damaged, or whatever the balisong is hitting getting damaged. So I really love this for learning tricks. You could kind of argue that the squiddy kind of does the same thing. However, with it being slippy and just feeling like a toy overall, and the play being so bad, it's just not the best option. But the zipper here, I really love to throw around and try to learn new tricks, or even come up with new tricks. Yeah, the zipper is perfect for that. Well, kind of an aerial shortstop, but we're getting there. Also, with it being light and plastic, you can also just flip it around, and if you're just not really thinking about it and you end up dropping the balisong, you're not going to worry about it like hitting anything. I like to flip at my desk, so if I'm flipping like my vortex and I drop it onto the chair legs right there, it is so painful, because it causes little scratches and stuff like that. But with the zipper here, I can drop this wherever, whenever, and not really have a second thought about it. It's not going to break, it's not going to affect the flipping. Over time, with a lot of drops, the tune will probably it'll mess with the tune, but you can tune this in literally seconds. You just tighten it until you don't get free swing, and then you just loosen it ever so slightly until you have free swing, and you get pretty much no pivot play. Now this is plastic, so there's a lot of flex, as you can see there, but that is not pivot play. That is like the most amount of pivot play you can see right there. And I can just tighten that up in seconds. So yeah, this thing is just absolutely amazing. I love flipping it all the time, anywhere. Yeah, another big selling point for this thing is you can flip it out in public and not really bother anyone. No one is gonna think this is some kind of weapon or a knife, really. They do have a rounded tip too, if you're just worried about the tip looking aggressive or dangerous to civilians. But yeah, I took this thing to the movie theaters, just flipping it in there throughout the movie. It's actually quiet enough that through the louder scenes I could flip this no problem. I mean, I was probably bothering my brother and my friend who's sitting next to me a little bit, if anything, but other than that, I don't think anyone else even heard me flipping this thing. So the squiddy here is kind of the balisong that started this trend of plastic and or 3D printed balisongs. And so when I originally got this, I kind of was like comparing it to the squiddy at first, but then after flipping it, I realized it is absolutely nothing like the squiddy. If you look at the pivot play here, of course this is just on washers, so you have a lot of pivot play where I showed you a second ago. There's like, that's the pivot play right there, like hardly any. And then of course that's the plastic flex. But yeah, there's like no play in here, so that just makes it like flip so well. And apart from that, these are the exact same weight at 2.6 ounces. However, this feels like an actual balisong in the hands. The weights in the handles, the ball bearings right there, they give it like a real solid feel. And even though these handles look a little like square and blocky almost, these ball bearings really help to give it a really rounded feel and give you a lot of added grip also, especially, you know, when you're doing rollovers and tricks up near the pivots like that, which a lot of tricks are. But yeah, this feels a lot like an actual balisong when you're flipping it, compared to the squiddy that just feels kind of like a toy that you're flipping around like a balisong, if that makes sense. But yeah, the squiddy definitely left a lot more to be desired, and it seems that Zippy Balisong here really developed something amazing here. I can't stop flipping this thing. I really love it. So yeah, I definitely highly recommend you pick one of these up. Tomorrow is the drop. So pick one up if you can. If not, definitely keep an eye on Zippy Balisong. He's going to be doing some awesome things here in the future, and I can't wait to see it. So yeah. Alright, before I end the video here, I want to briefly go through the specs of the zipper. I know they're all on the website, but with all the features and specs that this thing has, it can be kind of overwhelming and confusing to read all at once. So yeah, I'll just show you here and tell you how they all work. So you can see here 2.6 ounces. The handle length is 5.7 inches and the blade is about 5.5 inches. Overall length being just over 10 inches. This is made from plastic that is 3D printed. Zippy uses PETG plastic, which is highly durable. You can see some of his stress tests and durability tests, which left me and a lot of other people impressed with the durability of this thing. This thing seems to be almost indestructible when it comes to flipping. But yeah, this thing does run on caged bearings. It has dual race washers, which is very, very smooth when flipping. It is a Chanwich design, which means it is has two pieces of material that come together, but it has a solid channel here on the outside. It is running on Zen pins there. Yeah, and the weight system. So the blade actually has 3 tungsten weights in the tip there. You can see these ball bearings in the handle give it a nice weight. And then at the ends of the handles here, you have room to change up your weight configuration. Stock, it comes with 3 magnets and 1 metal insert in each handle. But you have these plastic inserts, the red ones there, that you can switch out to change up the balance on the go. So it is really nice. And the magnets in the handles actually are supposed to provide some vibration dampening. So when you're flipping this thing around, it's not it's absorbing some of the shock and not rattling the whole balisong and the hardware, which makes it stay tuned for much longer. So yeah, that was the specs for the zipper, and that about does it for the zipper review here. Thank you all for watching. Again, let me know out of these balisongs what you'd like to see reviews for. I'll do my best to get those out as soon as possible. But once again, I have to shout out Zippy Balisong for making such an awesome balisong here. Very innovative, very, very fun to flip, and I hope to see much more, many more designs coming from Zippy Balisong in the future. Well, that was it, flippers. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.